Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravos Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are once again taking a look at news from our city, state, and country, and whatever information or interesting questions you bring to the table. Today is Tuesday, January 14. Another chilly morning for Puerto Vallarta standards. There's a lovely breeze coming in from my window, so I can feel the constant reminder that it is winter and it is wonderful. Today we have interesting news of new alliances, new flights, new pothole repairs. This is all good for our city, of course. And I have great news for a concert in Guadalajara that just has my heart thumping. I just found out about it. So I'm happy to tell you about this. I'm also happy to tell you about my adventure into town last night. I went back to Nacho Daddy, this time to catch the performance by Seth Sykes, Guda Gabor, and Mark Hartman as they pay tribute to the one and only Barbara Streisand. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later on. But first, as usual, it is a pleasure to see you, and it's a pleasure to welcome your questions. If you have something really important on your mind, feel free to add the capital letter Q for question to your comment, and we'll look for those. Also, if you're watching live for the first time, please feel free to add a capital letter N as in new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. No, Luna, not right now. I can't play with you. Little Luna is looking for attention. I'll use my hand. There you go. So we start with a new flight. A new direct flight to Puerto Vallarta from New York's John F. Kennedy Airport is now being operated by Alaska Airlines. The inaugural flight arrived 4 days ago with 100 passengers on board who were greeted with much fanfare by local authorities and mariachis and so forth. The flight operates 4 times a week, and I assume that if this is not a charter flight, it's a regular flight. This also means that we can hop on the plane and go get our Broadway kicks for a weekend and then come back if we have a visa to do that, which we don't, so we'll stay put. Something good is bound to happen when you bring together the tourism ministers for the 11 Mexican states that face the Pacific Ocean. And it did this past weekend with the launching, the launch of a new tourism alliance created by these tourism ministers. The organization will work on joint promotion and infrastructure projects such as a port hub and a regional tourism plan, in addition to formalizing a memorandum of understanding at FITUR, which is Mexico's national largest tourism fair. The first working session of this new alliance, of this new organization, was held in Puerto Vallarta this past weekend, and it was attended by representatives from Baja California, Chiapas, Colima, Guerrero, Jalisco, and other states. At the meeting, Michelle Friedman, who is a Minister of Tourism for our state, acted as a host and highlighted the importance of creating joint strategies to promote tourism in the region. So nothing specific, but this is good. This is good news for our city and, of course, for any tourism destination in Mexico's Pacific Riviera. And we also have good news concerning our highways. For months, we've been talking about how our governor, both our late governor and our current governor, have been trying to work with the federal government to get funds and infrastructure taken care of in our highways. And it's finally happened. Federal support has finally arrived, and a team has begun rehabilitating Federal Highway South, Federal Highway 200 South, rather, along the stretch between Boca de Tomatlán and El Tuito, a stretch that we know gets pummeled during the rain season, and the result is the creation or the appearance of a bunch of potholes that make driving somewhat dangerous. But it's good to know that this is happening south of Puerto Vallarta. Let's hope that the work continues until it's done. Let's take a quick look at our weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. You were just asking for this bad weather. Well, I don't find it bad, but as I've said before, I do feel for those tourists that are here in town this time of the year, hoping to escape cool weather from points north, and it is cold. It is cold by local standards. It is 21 degrees right now. Humidity is at 79%. Our weather forecast says that today we're going to have overcast skies throughout the day with a high of 24 and a high of 18. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, we can expect partly cloudy skies in the morning with clear skies in the afternoon, a high of 26 and a low of 16. Then Thursday will be a humid day with clear skies, and we can expect a high temperature of 26 and a low of 16. Moving right along, I have a curious photo to show you. Let me just set this up. Here we go. That little mound of something protruding from the water is actually a whale calf that was spotted swimming in the most unexpected spot right in the middle of the maritime terminal docking area. There is a video of the baby whale swimming about, unconcerned. If you want to see it, the video is in the referenced article. But talk about a place where you just don't expect to find a baby whale. But hey, this is the season. And, children get distracted, I suppose. This is great news for those of us that enjoy traveling to Guadalajara to pretend we live in a large city that has art and performances and this, that, and the other. That's my shtick. That's how I spend my fun money whenever I can. And I'm always keeping track of good concerts going on in our capital city. And just this morning, I found out that the amazing, the one-of-a-kind singer and composer Natalia Lafourcade has announced a performance in Guadalajara during the month of May, on May 4, to be precise. This is going to take place at the Telmex Auditorium. And since this performance is happening just one day after a Met Opera performance of The Marriage of Figaro, you know where I may very well be. Imagine that, a Saturday matinee Met performance of The Marriage of Figaro, followed by an evening performance with the amazing Natalia Lafourcade. Now, tickets are not inexpensive, with best seats going for around 2,800 pesos each, or around $140 US, but it is the Natalia Lafourcade. And the tickets will go on sale on the 16th in a couple of days, and they will likely sell out within a few days, which means that you'll probably open a second date, probably the night before. We don't know. But if you ever wanted to see an extraordinary live concert by an extraordinary, unique, amazing, popular performer, Natalia Lafourcade is that ticket. I mean, she just performed with the LA Philharmonic at the Hollywood Bowl for the second time, and she's won Grammys and she's won all kinds of awards. She is just amazing. And she, as I've mentioned in many of my music appreciation presentations, is devoted, among other things. Not only is she a great composer on her own, but she rescues a lot of Mexico's traditional repertoire. All the traditional songs that nobody has notated, she's doing this. So Do forgive me for gushing so much about Natalia, but she is about the most extraordinary Mexican performer you could see live in our capital city. And speaking of seeing amazing performers live, last night I was back at Nacho Daddy, where I had been invited to attend this amazing, amazing performance by the wonderful Gura Gabor with Seth Sykes on vocals and Mark Hartman on piano, paying tribute to Barbara Streisand. And I tell you, it was a great performance. Needless to say, these three artists have garnered a following in town. So the place was packed. It was very well attended. And thanks to our good friend Daniel, who was sitting with me, we're able to enjoy this little snippet from the concert. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are.
Got to make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. One touch and Viola is a part of heaven. One touch and I'm handsome and smart and 6'7". Have to face the fact he touched me. Control myself and try to act as if I remember my name. Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know. All my life is just despair, but I don't care. When he takes me in his arms, the world is bright. All right. Forget your troubles. Happy day. Come on, get happy. You gotta chase all your cares away. Are clear again. Shout hallelujah. So let's sing a song. Come on, get happy. Cheer again. Happy get ready for the judge. Here again.
And that's what we have. Thank you very much, Daniel, for putting together that quick edit, considering the fact that we just saw the performance last night. There's going to be a second one, I believe, on the 20th. So if Barbara Streisand is a thing for you, you cannot be in better hands. I mean, I don't know exactly who comes up with all the ideas among this group, but let me tell you that it is such a pleasure to attend a cabaret performance that salutes a performer such as Streisand. And they start with an overture. And Seth has this knack of coming up with clever lyrics that reflect the place where he's singing, the things that he's singing, the people that he's on stage with. So there was this entire introductory overture song that was performed at the beginning, where you know that you're going to have a great time with Seth and Gura and Mark. It's just brilliantly done, very entertaining, very much something you want to watch. Again, if Barbara Streisand is your cup of tea, you're going to love it. If Barbara Streisand is not your cup of tea, maybe not so much. But again, they were absolutely yummy. And speaking of yummy, well, we continue with our spotlight interviews. I'm very excited because a couple of people have started to sign up for the month of March. We still have a couple of spots left for the end of February, but pretty much it's full, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited also about my next music appreciation, which is going to be a week from this coming Thursday. Say what? When lyrics say more than they seem, we're going to explore hidden meaning in songs from all eras. And this should be very, very entertaining. And very entertaining will be to find out exactly what you guys are thinking about. So let's take a quick look at your comments. Okay. Okay. Good mornings. Good mornings. Lots of good mornings. Thank you very much for those. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, ba. Sherry says we'll be there in a week with lots of warm clothes. Just bring a nice schmata to cover your shoulders and you'll be fine. Fine. Absolutely. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. Villa Lola. That's not Villa Lola. That's Logan. Hello, Logan. You're wearing your official badge. I love it. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. Enjoyed tortilla soup yesterday at Ernesto, says Barbara. You know, their tortilla soup is so incredibly wonderful. Especially for this weather. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Let's see what else. Sue and I are hoping for pothole repairs on the free road to Guadalajara, Highway 544. Well, I hear you. I hear you. I will be going along this highway this coming weekend. I'll be going away. I haven't announced anything officially, but Saturday I will be out of town and will continue to be out of town for a couple of days because I'm heading out to see some pueblos mágicos. But I'll be happy to bring a report of how the highway is looking out there. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Logan continues. Hello, Logan, again. It's perfect weather to enjoy a thoughtful, award-winning animated film at Cinepolis VIP and forget about our worries for a couple of hours. Oh my God, that sounds ideal. Please take me with you. I love it. May the 4th be with you, Natalia. You know, at least one has enough time to save money to go, but tickets need to be obtained immediately, I think. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. What a great show that must have been. We wish we were there to see it too. Well, Sherry, there's going to be other performances. Nico Rhodes, another great vocalist that sings with Seth Sykes together. They're going to do another show later on in a couple of weeks, I believe. So maybe there will be some things going on while you are here. Let's see. Betsy says, hope to attend this show next Monday night. Betsy, I cannot recommend it more. They are amazing, sweet people, and super talented. Let's see. Oh, and there's Gouda. Speak of the deviless. Thanks for the grand shout out, dear Paco and Daniel. One more Streisand show next Monday night at 7:30. It is a pleasure, my friend. You guys were absolutely wonderful. Yes. Laura asks, any aftershocks from the earthquake? Japan had one as well, 6.8. Well, Laura, I'm not keeping track anymore. Last I read, there have been over 500 aftershocks reported, some more noticeable than others. I sit here as you're watching me, and my living room is behind me. There's a wall, like right in front of me, and hanging from that wall are some photographs that are suspended by wire. And whenever I look up and look at my photograph collage and it starts moving from left to right, I know we're aftershocking. So I've looked up a number of times, and yes, it's been an interesting couple of days. Oh, Larcito, but you were there with me. You were there with me. And we've already talked about that. Anyhow, yes, it was a great concert. Oh, we have tickets to Guda Gabor's show on January 20th. Can't wait. Stan, you are going to love it. and there's an echo in the house. Daniel says, Stan, you will love it. Amazing performers and creativity. The audience loved it too. Yes, it was a great, great show. And this brings us to the end of today. It is always a pleasure to connect with you. It is a great day to go out for a walk and enjoy the cool weather. So whatever you choose to do today, I hope you will stay connected to our city. one way or another, stay connected to the information we provide. And as always, I thank you for your support, your company, your great questions, and the way you steer this group of lively folks that join together with me every morning. Thank you very much. I'll see you again tomorrow. Ciao.